The traditional architecture of the United Arab Emirates has always been shaped by the climate, the location, and by the purpose of the building. The Emirates comprise three main environments: the coast, the mountains, and the desert, and structures vary accordingly. These structures, of which there are approximately 1,000, include forts, watchtowers, houses, mosques, and souks. In the mid-1900s, Abu Dhabi's most prominent building was the ruler's residence, known as Al Hisn Palace. Located near the sea, it was one of the largest forts in the Emirates, and its four tall watchtowers and high walls surrounding a pleasant courtyard can still be seen today. Burj Al Makta Watchtower, built in the 19th century and recently restored, stands guard over the entrance to Abu Dhabi Island. Al Ain, in the Emirate of Abu Dhabi, is of particular architectural significance. The famous Al Jahili Fort, with its four watchtowers, many rooms, and spacious courtyard, was built in the 1890s by Sheikh Zayed the Great and served as the residence of the local governor. The reconstructed Hili Fort is a circular structure with a round central tower. Hili Oasis boasts several other historical buildings, including the Al Rumila Fort, watchtowers, and a mosque. Built in 1908, the restored Al Ain Palace was the residence of the late Sheikh Zayed bin Sultan Al Nahyan, former president of the UAE. Traces of Abu Dhabi's historic buildings can still be found as far away as the Liwa Oasis on the edge of the Great Empty Quarter. Moving to the Emirate of Dubai, one of the most remarkable old buildings is the Al Fahidi Fort, better known today as the Dubai Museum, home to a comprehensive collection of artifacts since 1971. It was expanded and renovated in 1996 and provides the visitor with a fascinating glimpse into Dubai's past and its rapid growth since the discovery of oil. Built in 1799 to protect the city of Dubai, it was originally a residence and government headquarters until 1896, when it became an armory and a jail. The walls are made of shell and coral stone, whilst palm trunks lashed together form strong ceiling supports. There are two round towers known as Burj and a rectangular one known as Murabba'ah. Sheikh Saeed Al Maktoum's house was built in 1896. Since the mid-1980s, after restoration by Dubai Municipality, it has been used as a museum. Naif Fort was built in 1939 to defend the northern entrance to Dera. Constructed of coral and gypsum, it covers almost 2,000 square meters. From 1956, it served as a police headquarters and as a jail. Reconstructed in 1997, today it is still used as a police station and also houses a small exhibition about the history of the Dubai police force. Dubai Municipality has restored many of the city's historic buildings. In the Shindaga area, these include Sheikh Juma's house, Sheikh Obeid's house, several watchtowers, and mosques. On Dubai's side, one can find Al Wakil House, Al Bastakia Quarter, and the Dubai Souk. Whilst on Dira's side, Al Ahmadiyya School, the Heritage House, Nahar, and Wa'il, and the watchtowers of Al Ruyul, Dira Souk are just some of the reminders of Dubai's past. Tucked away in the mountainous region of Dubai Emirate, the old village of Hatta boasts several buildings dating back to the late 1800s. Constructed of local materials, such as mountain stone and mud brick for the walls, and palm frond roofing. These include a fort, several houses, and a mosque. There are also two round watchtowers, whose entrances, 2 meters above ground level, were only accessible by rope. The Emirate of Sharjah is renowned for its meticulously preserved heritage village, within which stands Al Hisn Fort. Constructed in 1820, the fort is now a museum, exhibiting jewelry, pearl diving tools, and a collection of rare photographs. Amongst the many restored residences, Al Nabuda House reveals life as it was about 150 years ago. The nearby Ibrahim Al Midfa Majlis is distinguished by its round wind tower. In Al Shuwaihin, a few of the late 18th century buildings have been restored to form the art area. Restoration of Sharjah's old houses in Al Shayukh and Al Mareja began in the mid-1990s. Formerly the homes of prominent local families, today the buildings transport us back in time 200 years. The 18th century Ajman Fort, now a museum, is a fine example of the region's architectural heritage. Built of a range of traditional materials, it served as a palace and government office to 11 of Ajman's rulers from 1775 to 1970, the last being the late Sheikh Rashid Al Nuaimi. It also had a role as a police station. The squarish fort at Al Quwain, built in 1876 as the seat of government, is constructed of coral, palm tree, wood, and gypsum. Interestingly, there are two entrances, the main one being located in the northwest wall. Since restoration, it has been a museum. Ras Al Khaimah's fort was built in 1749 and served as a residence for the Al-Qasimi family until 1964. It was subsequently used as a jail, and in 1984 it was renovated and turned into a museum. There are many historic sites in Ras Al Khaimah. These include the ruins of what is thought to be the Queen of Sheba's palace, perched on top of Al Rams mountain. Over 60 watchtowers are scattered across the emirate. There are forts at Jazirat Al Hamra, Al Daya, and Al Mazra, various ruins at Dafta and Shauka, and a fort and mosque at Falaya. Rising high above the gravel plain, the three-story Fujairah fort is one of the oldest in the UAE. Built in 1670 and strategically positioned on a natural rocky outcrop, it both defended the village below and served as a residence for the ruling family. It is constructed of rock and lime-based plaster. Bitna village can be found in Wadi Ham, which runs from Fujairah through the Hajar Mountains to Siji. Its fort is built with two towers. The historic site of Al Hayl Palace, dated 1830, lies in the hills behind modern-day Fujairah. The charming Al Bedia Mosque, just north of Fujairah, is the UAE's oldest still-functioning place of worship. With its four small domes supported by massive central column, its design is unique. It is protected by two watchtowers at the top of the mountain to the west. Radiocarbon dating analysis suggests that this mosque was built in 1446 AD. It was restored by Dubai Municipality and inaugurated in 2003. As we have been blessed with so many of these historic monuments spread all around UAE, it is our duty to safeguard and pass them on to our future generations.